How's it going out there? Happy Saturday evening, everybody. I hope you're having a great Saturday. Let me just get a couple things moved around here. Pull back up the chat because I can't see you all if I don't pull up the chat. Saturday night, it's time to play some more Walking Dead. We started that season 3, episode 3. So we're on the New Frontier episode 3. Starting that here in a few minutes. But first, as usual, we're going to talk about a few things, and I got a few things to get off my chest from the prior week. But also, I want to say hi to everybody out. Alexi, you're in here. Joe, are you Alexi as well? Is that your alt account? Is that what you're talking about? Samuel, how's it going? Conrad taking Badger out seems the most angelic to me. Conrad taking Badger out. Do you mean Javier taking Badger out? Because I'm pretty sure it's Javier, not Conrad. Although Conrad is still alive, thanks to everybody last week voting to keep him alive. This week, as you'll notice at the top, we have the poll to let Badger, whether we should let Badger turn or not. I'll be honest, I kind of forgot what episode 3 was all about until I started working on the Eleanor video this past week. And that video, there was some opinions to be had. There were some people that were not too happy with the fact that I made her a friend. And I've got my own theories and wonderings about that, something that I may follow up on in the future. I'm not 100% sure yet. But I also put out a poll this week. I was curious, right? So in February, there was a lot of Friend or Foe episodes. There was the final 4 episodes of the philosophy and ethics for GTA 5 and all of that. And I noticed that the Friend or Foe episodes that were about The Walking Dead got a lot more visibility, impressions-wise, and of course views because of that, than the other videos that I put out. So I was curious to see how many people out there had seen, even been shown the videos that I put up, let alone how many watched and the reasonings and that kind of stuff. And you guys gave me some great feedback. There was a couple of people, several people actually, that commented saying that they only like The Walking Dead. They aren't really interested in anything else, but they'll watch everything I do Walking Dead. And that got me really kind of thinking about the past year on YouTube, because it has been 1 year since I uploaded the first Walking Dead video on this channel. Now, something you got to keep in mind, I've been on YouTube for like 4 years now. I started making YouTube videos way back in 2022 as a kind of thing I was trying to see. I wanted to make it work. There's a lot of stuff going on in my life, and so I tried a bunch of different things, and I've got like 3 other channels that I've worked on, and this channel was kind of it started out as a cemetery chat channel. My wife and I would sit in cemeteries and talk about things, and then I started doing gaming stuff on here. And when it started blowing up with The Walking Dead, I was like, oh, that's really cool. But there's been a problem since I've been trying to put more stuff out there, because, see, I'm a storyteller, and I like to dig into these games in different ways and look at it from a philosophical standpoint, the ethics. And I love that stuff, but about all types of games, right? So with YouTube, when you get into the gaming niche, and especially if you're not a gamer, because at heart, I'm not a gamer. I like playing games. I'm not a gamer, though. I'm a writer, and I'm a I'm a philosopher. I'm not a gamer, though. But with YouTube, as far as they're concerned, I'm a gamer, because I started putting gaming content out there. And so when a bunch of people found me through the Walking Dead stuff, that was awesome. But the problem is that a lot of that audience isn't really interested in a lot of stuff outside of the Walking Dead. There's a contingent, there's a chunk of people like you all that will show up and watch just about anything and enjoy everything because they just enjoy the content overall, or they like my personality, or whatever it happens to be. But the larger chunk is just really concerned with the Walking Dead. Well, where that comes into a problem is when I upload anything that isn't Walking Dead, YouTube and the algorithm will show it to the initial group, which is the core audience, and you all watch the videos and you like them, and that's awesome. But then it shows it to a secondary group, and that is the group that's mainly there for the Walking Dead stuff. And if they don't click on and watch the videos, they don't really go very far. But sometimes they'll go a little bit further, and I've gotten some subscribers on the GTA videos and that kind of stuff, the Red Dead videos, the Fallout. Like every game that I've covered, I've gotten a few new followers from. But with gaming, it's so difficult because gamers tend to get one or two games that they really like, and they kind of niche down into those games, and then they play those and really devote themselves to those games. It's not quite as big an audience that's like, yeah, I want to hear about the philosophy and ethics behind XYZ different games. So I've been fighting an uphill battle this whole time with that. And so, yeah, that was something that's been bothering me this week. And the Eleanor video just kind of highlighted that because I got so many comments, and I'm seeing in the comments here with Alex. Fourth wage Cage. I'm just going to call you Cage. I'm sorry. Eleanor is indeed not a friend. The fact of the matter is, a lot of people, I have seen this with the Walking Dead characters in general. There are some characters that are just hated across the board regardless. And there is, unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there that don't want to hear anything other than this character is bad, because that's all I've heard my entire time, the whole time. Whether it's from streamers, which I think we've talked about that before. We're streamers back in the day. We're talking, we hated particular characters for one reason or another, and that kind of just grew. And so the community started hating them. It became cool to hate characters like Eleanor and Bonnie and Conrad in a way. But Conrad, interestingly enough, gets a pass because he asks for forgiveness later. He apologizes, whereas Eleanor doesn't get that grace from Telltale. And I think some of it's the presentation with Telltale, but some of it is also like, guys, we got to relax a little bit. The whole point of the Friend or Foe series is to really use empathy to dig into these characters and understand where they come from and what their motivations are, what their intent is, because intent at the end of the day is the big thing. Intent is what tells you whether somebody can be trusted or whether somebody can be reformed if they've made a mistake or whatever, compared to somebody who wants to do harm. So with the Eleanor video, I wasn't surprised to see a lot of people that were like, that disagreed. And there was a couple of people that were like, yeah, I still don't like her that well, but I see where you're coming from. Or one person that said that I've changed their view on her. But I think it's important with these characters because sometimes it's so easy to hate. It's so easy to be angry and not like these characters. But you got to think, the way that you approach video games, the way that you approach characters, and the way that you play things, that translates, because that's a part of you deep down that translates into how you handle real life and people that you know in real life. And you got to question whether you're judging people too harshly or other people might be judging you too harshly for things. So that's why it's important. I hate Conrad. Yeah, a lot of people hate Conrad too. I'm going to be doing a Conrad Friend or Foe episode at some point, but that's the other thing. In the next month, right as of right now, I've got it planned, a Friend or Foe episode and a philosophy and ethics in games episode every week, 2 episodes or 2 videos. We are getting into The Last of Us starting next Thursday. I've got the first video for that written. I've just got to record it. And then I'm also going to be looking at Franklin in the Friend or Foe series from Grand Theft Auto 5. And then I've got Joan coming up the following week in the Friend or Foe series, and that is going to be an interesting video. I'll preface, let you guys know it's going to be interesting when we get to that. I need to get a drink here real quick. In fact, Conrad is remorseful about the actions. Eleanor didn't have the chance. Eleanor was kind of shunted to the side. Just call me Cage. Okay, cool. What if you do a Friend or Foe ranking, like ranking each character based on tiers? So like a tier video, I don't know. I think tiers are a little bit overdone. That's like iceberg videos. They can be good, but there's just so many out there. Maybe at some point, we'll see. Maybe that'll be something I'll do for the end of the year for Christmas or something this year. Kind of like Conrad, he did apologize. And he does. Conrad redeems himself. But I think there's a characters like Eleanor get a very bad rap for one bad decision that didn't have bad intentions. Eleanor wasn't trying to hurt anybody. And it wasn't even selfish on her part. She just wanted everybody to be happy and get along. Joan is 100% at fault for the entire thing. If Joan was a good leader, if she was doing what she was supposed to do, Eleanor coming to her and saying, hey, Javier might be coming to try to stop you from hanging David. First of all, she wouldn't be hanging David in the first place. But second of all, she wouldn't have gone the extra mile to try to kill, have Trip or Ava killed. I mean, Joan is 100%. That's the one. Love the character analysis series. I enjoy making the character analysis at times. It's just been a while since I've been able to really get into it. Why is she so? Because she's worried that Javier. Because think of it from Eleanor's perspective. If you are Eleanor, and you have just heard Javier and Trip and everybody arguing about what going out and getting this truck and coming into the square, potentially taking over the city. Are you going to be like, hey guys, I don't think that's a good idea, and I'm going to tell Joan if you do it? No, you're going to be afraid that they might take you out. She doesn't really know Javier that well. She's only known him for a couple of days, and everything is going against her from that angle. Even Trip kind of gets frustrated with Javier, depending on whether Conrad's alive or not, which we'll find out today what that's going to, today or next week. I think it's next week we'll find out what that's going to be like, because I've never played it with Conrad being alive, so that'll be an interesting one. The only one I haven't seen anything, Fallout, because I'm trying my best to go blind. Have you not played Fallout, Preston? Have you not played Fallout 4? That game is like a decade old at this point, man. Would you rather be under Joan's leadership or Carver's? Ah, that's a really good one. I would say probably Joan had the group, so it wasn't a solo thing for her. Joan was one member of the leadership team. So I would almost rather be in Richmond with a New Frontier because of that. Because at the end, Joan actually gets overruled. If it wasn't for David, and that'll be a fun one for his Friend or Foe episode. David, everything was on track. They could have left. They could have walked out the door. The other leaders were standing up to Joan and being like, this isn't okay. She had gone too far for them. If David had not done what he did, the Richmond would still be standing, a New Frontier, and Joan might even be out as leader, honestly. Would be the best friend? Oh, the best one, I think Nick Valentine. I liked Nick Valentine or crap, Henry, not Henry. Why do I want to say Henry? Hank Anderson. Either Hank Anderson or Nick Valentine, easily. Don't hate Conrad. I wish there had been an alternate choice in how to handle the situation with him. Yeah, I don't like what they did with Conrad. Conrad and Eleanor both got screwed in this season. The writing in season 2 and 3, it wasn't much worse than it was in season 1, but the characters in season 2 and 3 were a lot harder to like because of the writing, if that makes any sense. Friend or Foe of the Dead Rising 1 sec. I haven't even played Dead Rising yet. I will say that since I started doing all of this stuff in the philosophy and ethics, I've played games that I've never thought I would play. and I've actually enjoyed games that I didn't think I would enjoy. So Dead Rising is one of those. It's actually, I've got that on the list to cover. I think I even have it on my Steam wish list. So maybe at some point I would like to cover, because it would be interesting. Only played a bit of Fallout 3. I don't really have specs. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Channel's anime focus, my power scaling. So you focus more on one particular style and in the gaming niche. See, that's the other thing, is I'm not really in the gaming niche. I play games and I cover and talk about games, but the games are more of just a backdrop for the philosophy and ethics and the history and that kind of stuff. The remaster is worse. The Fallout 4 remaster got a lot of flack. I don't know that it was worse. There was a lot of bugs in both versions, honestly. It's a great game if you can get through it. I have to play it on PC. I cannot play Bethesda games on console anymore because I got so used to God mode. Something about Bethesda games just annoys the crap out of me when it comes to the enemies and the bullet sponges and shit. I just can't do it. Cabin gripper curse. Dead Rising would be a good choice for philosophy. It might be. I would like. I've got it on my list to cover. I'm coming up with the list right now. The next 2 months, next 3 months, really. I've got through May scheduled out. So obviously we're doing The Last of Us Part 1 is starting in March, and that will wrap up in early April, and then we're going to be on the Telltale Batman series, and then that will wrap up in May, and we're going to start on Cyberpunk 2077. So as of right now, up through probably June is the next 3 games, and then we'll go from there. So I'm not sure exactly. I've got a list kind of forming to try to figure out what I want to cover when. What was funny, we'll get started here in just a minute, but like I I try to get the games that I don't already own, I try to get when they're on sale, because I don't know how many views I'm going to get on them and ad revenue and stuff, and I want to be able to make back the money that I spend on them. So I was just talking to my wife yesterday or Thursday about the Batman series, because it's only $14.99 on Steam, but I want to get it on sale if I can. And I was like, I'm just waiting for it to go on sale, and when it does, then I'll pick it up, as long as it's before April. I shit you not, 10 minutes later, I get an email from Steam telling me that the Batman series from Telltale is on sale for half off. I don't know if they're listening to me or what, but it just seemed like a coincidence is all. It was a weird situation. Dead Rising 1 is minimum 6 hours, not counting you losing. Yeah, honestly, the shortest game I have played to this point is probably a tie. It's close between Detroit and The Last of Us, being 12 to 14 hours. The Last of Us was like, with the DLC, was like 14 hours. So 6 hours is actually really quick for a game. Oh, that's right, Firewatch. Firewatch was like 2-3 hours. So maybe Firewatch is shorter, a little bit shorter than Dead Rising. Holy Intervention. That's the best way to get games, is on sale. I would have liked Kate more if she was more upfront with David about how she was feeling. Yeah, Kate will be a fun one when we get to her for Friend or Foe. But let me switch over. Pull up the game here. It's going to yell at me, I'm sure. All right. So we are on Season 3, Episode 3. We got our buddy Jesus there. I know sometimes I get a little carried away on the early talking, but I enjoy interacting and talking to y'all. Like, it's always it's more fun to have that interaction.
Anymore, baby.
Not gonna lie, David's a foe for putting his insecurities on Javi. No, David is one of the most complex characters of Season 3.
People's awake.
Mainly because David, he's got a lot of problems.
Oh my god!
He can kind of be redeemed, but he's still... I don't know which way I'm going to go with him yet, honestly. Because you could make the argument for David being a foe or a friend either way, technically speaking. Episode 3, the filler episode where nothing happens. What do you mean? A lot happens.
Put your hands up and close your eyes.
We get to meet Joan in the committee. We get exiled. We come back and have to fight with, argue with her and expose her.
Oh, shit!
Although, Angel Javi means we have to be really nice to Joan. So this is going to be an experiment for me. I have never, agreed with her or been friendly with her.
What do we call you?
So I don't know where this is going to go.
Sorry, forgot to introduce myself. It's Paul, but my friends call me Jesus.
No, David's not the Kenny of Season 3 because Kenny is at least a moral compass. Kenny's got his problems.
Right she is.
But Kenny is also...
Shoot me? Shoot me.
Directed in a good way.
How about
David is just an asshole in a lot of ways. He tries sometimes, but he just can't get rid of that big brother thing. We could have learned all that without being kicked out. We wouldn't have had the evidence without being kicked out, though, because think about it. When we get kicked out, we actually wind up in a situation where we see everything, but we also have Badger and Max that we have to confront. So, like, we need that evidence to be able to take it back to show what Joan's been doing. Don't compare Kenny to David. Yeah. Episode 3's got a lot of stuff. I had to, when I was putting the Eleanor stuff together, I was like,
So
oh,
close to
damn,
dark.
episode 3 has a lot in it.
Coming.
We're just gonna get that propane and then come right back.
I saw it in that pickup truck parked down the road a little, in front of the Wallace's house. I just
You
wish
think that
there
would have
was
happened with
easier
Kenny?
way to get it.
You mean if
And I
Kenny was in
wouldn't have to
season
risk
3?
Life and limb, every damn day.
I can do this myself, you know. Not too late for you to turn around.
Who's gonna watch your back?
The
if you're
nice
not
thing is to
here?
tell Kate she needs to go home.
Besides, I can't just hole up in this house forever. I need to get used to being out here.
Okay.
I kind of like the
We won't see
flashbacks,
a single one of those things.
but part of me wishes the
crossed.
flashbacks would have been their own episode. So we could have like gone through episode 1 as this
There
whole
it is.
figuring everything out. Even starting before the end of the apocalypse would have been cool.
Let's take it and go.
Conrad's probably closer to Kenny. He's been through some loss. He kind of gets mad, but he also realizes when he's wrong. Even if he doesn't realize it in the moment.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
I love how he's like, it's so lightweight and empty, and she like acts like it's heavy.
Of course it's empty.
Most people
Why
compare
would we
Kenny
get
to
that
David
lucky?
because they're both kind of driven by
It's not
desire
like
to
we
protect their
needed it or
family.
anything.
David's not driven by that desire, though. Oops.
I'm sorry.
I should have said something
I'm
to her.
just sick of this shit.
David isn't
I
driven.
just
David,
thought this one
he doesn't
time
want
we
to,
deserve
he doesn't
catch a
try to get back
fucking
to his
break.
family. David sees getting away from his family as a good thing. We find that out in the next episode in the flashback. Like, David's not really worried about his family as much as you would think. I hate when it puts the arrow up there because I don't use the D-pad very often.
That's
This is about the most messed up thing they could have done. Like, this is a kid, man. He's a zombie, but he's a kid. Lost his whole family as a mental breakdown, looks out for his friends. Not
sorry.
really.
I was just so fucking scared.
You froze.
Kenny,
It's okay.
I want
if Katja and Duck, if Kenny had been separated from Katja and Duck at the beginning of the outbreak, in the same way David was separated from his family, Kenny would have moved heaven and earth to get back to them. He would have done everything in his power. He would have been like Rick from season 1 of the show. He would have done everything he could to find them. David, he gets separated, sent out of town, and then he's just like, well, I guess they're probably dead. I'm going to move on. Like, that's
wanted to
not
kill
a
him.
Kenny move.
I really did, but I know him. That was one of Gabe's friends. Drew.
David is like Rick if he had a one-year
He was
coma,
so
found his
sweet.
shame with his wife after
Always
3
had a
years.
smile on his face. Gabe worshipped him.
That's not Drew anymore. I know it still looks like him, but the kid you knew, he's gone. All that's left is this thing.
I don't even know what to call them.
David says himself, he only knows how to be a soldier.
If they're not people,
He doesn't know how to be a family man. He
they're
doesn't know
just
how to do anything but
the
be a
dead.
soldier. I have no doubt that
Muertos.
somewhere
what we'll
deep
call 'em.
inside he has feelings for Kate and he
I thought we
loves
were
Gabe
gonna
and
I thought Gabe and Mariana were just gonna wake up and we would just be
we should get back.
gone.
We're
We
not
should,
romancing Kate on this playthrough.
Really get back inside.
But David,
Okay.
he cares about his family, but I don't think he knows how to be anything other than a soldier by his own admission. Drew in chat, friend or foe. Those would be some very short episodes. Yeah, with Kenny, family was above everything else.
I know we all wanted to stay here in the house and wait for David to come back. But it's been 3 months since he drove away with your mom.
What are you saying?
We're not safe here. Not anymore. You and I
Hey,
could've
Super
been killed
Cosmic,
out
how's it
there
going?
For an empty can.
Yeah, it's been fun so far.
There. Somewhere not so isolated.
Okay, this is home.
Kate, I mean,
We have to
This is
stay here in
home.
case
You're
David
getting
comes back.
sentimental now? We stay. Somebody's going to get hurt. Or worse.
you really think the kids are
Yeah,
gonna be
Kate
happy with
is
this?
The kids will understand.
she
And
doesn't
if they
know what
don't,
she
we'll
wants.
just make them see it our way. We have to go.
How come? What if I don't want to leave?
Yeah, that's true.
We're safe
He's
inside
willing
the
to kill his
house.
family. There's his brother.
And I bet we can find more food in the neighborhood if we just look harder.
We need
to
help.
find somewhere with more people around. People who are still alive.
I know I just said we have to stay here,
People
but
who don't
actually we
mind
should
sharing
probably
their
leave.
supplies.
We have our own supplies.
Not enough. Not anymore.
David's such a good
What
soldier.
about
Why is he
Dad?
talking about digging trenches to fight walkers? It's not likely they're going to call an artillery
What's he
strike.
gonna think if
Hey, you don't
he
know.
shows
The
up
walkers can have
we just
artillery.
ditched him? We might never find him again.
Your dad would want us to do this, Gabe. He'd want us to survive.
We're going to
surviving.
support David come hell or high
Here,
water.
at home.
Barely.
I'm
Accidentally
sorry,
missed.
Dave,
It's all right.
But Holly's
It's
right.
once a week for a couple
How
hours on
about
Saturday evening, so
you
like
guys go and
not
I
everybody's
stay
going to be able to make
here.
it all the
You're a
time. I
kid.
understand that.
That's not
But
how
I
it
appreciate it
works.
when you do come in.
I can take care of myself. If I need any help, I'll just ask my friends.
Gabe, you're like 10. And we just
Gabe?
killed one of your friends.
Honey,
The adults are talking,
What?
hush, child. We talk about parenting
What's
this
wrong
week
with
in the coming
Why's
up
she
in the
acting so
next
weird?
week with the Last of Us video.
Uncle Javi?
She's sad. Because when we were out, we saw your friend, Drew. But it wasn't exactly him anymore.
It was Drew the
You mean-
zombie.
He was one of them?
we're
Off
so
topic of this
sorry,
season, but
Dave.
I'd love a rewrite of season 1 where we get 3 possible endings. One being the canning if Lee says too bad
So
ending
you
where Clem dies before they can
understand
save her.
why, don't you? Why we
It would
had
be nice to get a
leave?
couple different
If that
endings
happened to you,
for season 1.
I couldn't bear it.
We killed Drew
knew we
5
had
minutes
to
ago. You
go.
want to see?
Tomorrow, as soon as it's daylight.
Ending where Lee
I
lives
wanna
but
leave
is
him a
unable to
note.
rescue Clem.
I'll help you get started. Okay?
That would be an interesting way to
What are you
do
gonna
it.
Tell him?
I'm actually
I wanna
going
say
to
something good.
I put up a post last week before, something like that, promoting a potential Q&A video. There has only been one question on it, and that one question was asking me to rewrite or what characters I would keep alive through Walking Dead and how it would change things. So I think at some point in the next couple of weeks, I probably will make a video where I talk about that because I've got some ideas. Lee making out would be interesting, although I don't know that Lee. I think that had to happen. Lee had to die for the sake of the writing. It helps push Clementine's character forward, but I do think that there are some characters that could have made it out. I'll give you a little sneak peek. I would have had more than just Clementine and AJ getting to Erickson's boarding school.
Something that
stranger
won't make
friend
him
or foe.
sad.
Tell him we'll find him. Somehow. We're all gonna see each other again.
The stranger. The
I like
stranger's
that.
complicated.
I'm gonna write it right now, so we don't forget.
Of course.
Maybe at some point
I'll
I'll do a
help
friend
him.
or phone him. Who's the best parent
you.
so far?
Really.
Are you talking about the best parent in like gaming or the best parent in like The Walking Dead? Because if it's just The Walking Dead, Lee, probably. Maybe Kenny. It's kind of between the two of them. It's definitely not Carlos. Adults being her models, I think this would be at conflicts, additional choices. In a way, yeah. First series was a dad game, and The Last of Us is there. Yeah, The Last of Us. I have mixed feelings on The Last of Us. I didn't like it for the first like hour and a half, and then it got better. It was the gameplay. It bothered me. It felt slow, and I was trying to rush through it, which kind of caused problems on my part. But once I settled into it, I actually really liked it overall. I don't know that I'll ever play The Last of Us Part 2 because I've heard some things. I'm not sure how good that would come out overall. The best doctor in The Walking Dead? Eleanor. Eleanor by a mile. I know people don't like her character, but there's not really a lot of competition from that angle. There's not really any doctors in season 4. Season 3, Eleanor is really the only. I mean, what's his face? I can't think of his name, but he's high all the time. Carlos wasn't a doctor, and there was no doctors in season 1, so Best biological parent is Kenny, and I think Clem has the best stand-in parenting style. Clem does a decent job, but she's still so young when it comes to like her taking care of AJ and everything. She was thrust into an unfair role. Gabe's an interesting concept. Annoying teenager who's 100% pain in the ass, but still fundamentally just a kid. Yeah, but
Dad?
Gabe is younger.
Javi.
Gabe's got more reason. His hormones are like going through the roof right now. People forget about that. You know, puberty's a thing. Teenagers go nuts.
I always hoped I'd find
when that's all going on.
Never really thought it happened. Not after all this time. God, you have no idea how good it is to see your face.
50-50.
I think I got a pretty decent idea.
What are we gonna do if it winds up being 50-50, guys? We can't have
still
that.
Alive? I knew it.
No doctor
Hey,
for
weapons
humans.
down.
Oh, that's true.
my
Katya was a
family.
vet.
You gotta let us in.
So technically,
have much longer.
Katya was
Jesus.
she was okay, but she
Kate!
didn't really have a lot of opportunities.
I'm here, hon. I'm right here. What the hell happened? She's been shot. We got the bullet out, but she's still bleeding.
I guess
We
Ruby
need
was
your
kind of
doctor.
a doctor,
Now, David.
but she kind of had to figure shit out on her own. I think, didn't she? I don't think Ruby had like
Thanks,
a teacher.
Javi.
Screw Lingard. Yeah, Lingard. I
coming
don't
inside.
like Lingard at all.
This is my wife, Max. You want her to die?
No, I didn't say that.
Our doctor's gonna help you, honey. I'm gonna make sure of it.
Wait, I'm going with you.
I feel like I've missed pressing a button.
Sorry, but the rest of you have to go straight to
I've been trying to pay
quarantine.
attention.
What for?
I've never
All
seen a hug
newcomers get
before.
checked for bites,
Hugs are bad.
and they all have to answer a couple of questions. Our doctor will clear the two of them, but the rest of you have to come with me to the quarantine holding area.
All right.
Fine. Let's just get this over.
We'll give the
Javi.
best
Make my job
possible
easy,
answer.
would you? Listen to your friend.
Whatever you say.
Trip's not going to be happy with me.
Let's go.
Oh, that's right. Because she had the... Yeah, I forgot about Miss Martin. Look, I haven't even looked at season 4 in probably 8 months, okay? So I forget a lot of these people. But that will be the next one that we play through. That's coming up in a couple of weeks. We've got 2 more weeks of this left, and then season 4.
Oh God.
And then Michonne, which I'm still debating whether... I might just do Michonne all in one playthrough. Because the Michonne's... It's 3 episodes, but they're like 45 minutes each. So if you guys are up for it, I might just do Michonne in one
I've been so worried
longer
about Kate.
stream.
I told them she needed a doctor.
Lee doesn't count as a
promised me
doctor
someone
because he
with an
doesn't have any
injury.
medical expertise.
Please, tell me they found her.
Well, luckily we found her before she got any worse. They just took her to the hospital.
I can't believe no one went to look for her.
Actually,
I'm
I think they
sorry, Javi.
did. You know, I did point that out because remember in the last episode when we were sneaking up around the corner there and we saw those 2 guys walking? They could have been just guards, but they could have actually been looking for Kate. What if that just doesn't get talked about enough and they actually were trying to do the right thing?
Really, but I didn't have any reason not to believe them. What?
Vernon wasn't a doctor. He was a
people
patient.
here
He had
in
some medical
Richmond,
knowledge from being a patient. I
new
don't think he was an actual
frontier.
doctor, though.
Oh my God.
And if he was a terrible
You
doctor.
ain't even heard the worst part yet. One of them's his brother.
Tucks all the bills in his pocket.
I didn't even know you had a brother, Javi.
Maybe it's a good thing. We've got somebody on the inside. Somebody who can vouch for us.
Vouch for you, maybe.
Javi could be right. At one word from David,
Look,
and the others
Jesus is
came
agreeing
running to
with
take
me.
Kate to the hospital.
Whoever this guy is, he can't be all bad, right?
Exactly.
He helped Kate instead of hauling her down here.
Of course he brought her inside. She's his damn wife.
The
You're kidding.
arguments.
Kate is married to your brother?
The only reason I know Kate is because she married David. I was the best man at their wedding.
Wow. Okay.
Family drama aside.
I was waiting for her to be
you know
like,
I'm not
oh,
about
I
to
thought
make
you guys were
nice
more than
in New
friends.
Frontier. I know you didn't have much stake in Prescott, Javi, but they burned that place to the ground for no
That is the only
fucking
doctor there.
reason.
After
The treater
everything
me
you
didn't know
folks
what to
told
give
me,
him. Okay, maybe he
I'm
was.
guessing I'm not going to find my people alive.
But I'm going to be honest, I don't like
They
Vernon.
killed your niece. Shot Kate. For all
So
we know,
Javi's your
your
BFF.
brother could have been behind it.
You know what? It's funny because that is a good point that you make, Samuel. That these people, let's put this in context just for a minute, because we often forget the timeline of how things are rolling in this game, and a lot of it's because the way the episodes play out and the time between episodes when they initially released. But they have known Javier at this point for a total of maybe 48 hours. He shows up one night at Prescott with Clementine. The next morning, he goes to get his family. They all wind up getting back by the afternoon, and then Prescott is raided and destroyed. So less than 24 hours after Javi shows up, Prescott's destroyed. And then it's maybe a day to get from there to Richmond. So they have known Javi all of like 2 days at most. They don't know shit about him right now.
And even if it wasn't
Where's the
his
boat?
idea
I would
in the
love to know
first
where the
place,
boat's at. We need a
if he
season
knew
5
about it
just
and
following the
didn't
boat's
stop it,
journey.
That shit can't stand.
No fucking way David was a part of that.
We got to stand up to him.
Not the kind of man he is.
Angel Javi is going to try
Maybe
to
he
like
wasn't the
balance
last time
things
we
out
saw him.
and look
But you
see
said
the best in
yourself,
everybody.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Clementine, you were part of the New Frontier. Did you know David?
I knew him.
Oh,
If I'm being honest,
this is the first time I've ever
He's
had
not a good
Clementine
guy.
and Conrad here.
Is that right?
if you told me he was the one behind Prescott, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm the first to admit my brother can be kind of a hard ass, but he's not that bad.
Because
People
most people
change.
killed him. He didn't have any dialogue. They were like, Conrad's not
What
supposed to
happened at
be
the gates,
here.
The fact that he's your brother, that doesn't change anything. I'm gonna find the man who killed Francine.
Conrad, buddy,
These people better not get in my way.
I helped you, bud.
I'm gonna
You're
be
supposed to
asking
be nice
questions
to
about
me.
what went down at Prescott, and I won't stop until I get answers.
We can't just go charging into someone else's house and tell them what's what.
You're saying after
The cancer
everything
survivors
that
are all
went down
gone
at
by season 2,
Prescott,
but the
You won't
boat's
need to
still
get
there
in line.
somewhere.
You're not in charge here.
Not yet, maybe.
You do anything to fuck this up, Kate could end up getting hurt.
Hey,
Hey,
How much of that did you
I
hear,
would have been
David?
here sooner, but I had to take care of something. Come on already. Kate's asking for you.
Yeah, I would be mad at Javi too.
Maybe you think it's okay to keep a lady waiting.
lead the way.
Gladly.
Like Javi shows up, the next day your town gets destroyed. Then you find yourself in
Looks
what
like
amounts
the
to a
rules
jail.
Don't apply to everyone, huh?
That's right. Some people get out of here early. Others stay a long
Hey,
fucking time.
Conrad, can you pick a lock, man?
Just drop it, okay?
You're urban, right?
Smart cookie, this one.
That would have been a funny
Javi.
callback.
Just go.
Have Javier look at Conrad.
Kate's family. I have to go, you understand.
Go. Give her a hug for me, okay? And tell her... Sorry, I left her in the damn car like that.
Yeah, they were in Shell's story, but they didn't really. They just said that they lost the boat and that Vernon got killed or whatever. They didn't really elaborate on everything. I want to know exactly what happened with that boat and everything. I wouldn't be mad, but would have to respectfully leave. That's true. You don't know what you're getting into with groups. That's the
I
difficult
heard you
thing in
tell
the
your friends
apocalypse.
to get in line.
Like, how do you handle that?
We have a process. Our own way of doing things. Your guys better not have a problem with that. Things don't go well for troublemakers here.
Of course not. We're
As happy
to
as
be
we
here.
can possibly be. Lingard
It's-
and Eleanor in love.
Good to see you alive, brother.
I mean, they just
Same here.
met. They don't even know each other for like a couple of hours. I don't think they're in love. That's a stretch.
Where are we going?
Kate asked for you. I thought you'd want to check on her.
Kenny Schmidt will pick a lock because he's a Florida man.
Listen, Javi, Gabe.
That's a
He
very
told me some
redneck
pretty messed up
thing.
Things. Things I need your help wrapping my head around.
He shouldn't have done that. I wanted to tell you myself.
Bad news is bad news. Who cares who delivers it?
Damn, David.
He told me you lost Mariana.
I didn't lose shit, dude.
Ago.
She got shot by one of your guys.
I'm sorry, David. She's gone.
Join back with Javi because he's chill and probably not
strange
die.
Grieving for the same person twice.
I mean, maybe.
Like losing something you didn't know you had. What was she like, Javi? She was so little when
she
we got
was
separated.
awesome.
Who did my little girl become?
Mariana saw things that other people didn't.
Mariana should have been the one to live.
She told me she wanted to write down her memories to keep them alive.
What if we could tell Gabe that? Like, you should have been the one to get shot.
Always was a dreamer. How? How did she die? Tell me how it happened.
Your thugs murdered her, gunned her down over pudding and a few measly gallons of gas.
My thugs?
The bastards had your mark.
My people aren't in the habit of killing little girls.
Well, obviously they are, David.
I was there. They shot Kate, too. Ask your buddy at the gate if you don't believe me.
Max was a part of this?
Yeah, he was. Max is annoying because Max... I don't think Max is all bad, but
details. What the hell
dude
went
goes
down
along
out
with
there?
an awful lot of bad stuff.
I need to know exactly what happened.
Same assholes killed a hostage at this town, Prescott.
Prescott? At the airstrip?
Their leader flooded it with walkers and tear gas.
So they could steal stuff from it.
Crazy bald guy with a beard.
Badger, what the fuck have you done now? I'm gonna handle that stupid son of a bitch, okay? Do me a favor.
Badger,
keep this to yourself.
Badger
The
enjoyed
politics
himself.
here, they can get messy.
I thought you were the boss.
There's 4 of us that run Richmond. You need to impress the other 3.
We have to be.
You'll be back on the road.
We
by
have to
morning.
impress everybody else. David's already not impressed.
Try not to stir things up.
I can be impressive when I try. I'll follow your lead.
Just don't get cute.
Just
I run
don't get
security
cute.
here.
What the
It's
hell
not
does that
like my
even
word
mean,
is law.
David?
This shit with Badger doesn't make things any easier.
Yeah, Max.
Who's the fresh meat?
Dude doesn't want. He doesn't
Javi.
willingly do
Baseball
bad
brother?
stuff. I think
No
he's like
shit.
very,
What
very
are the
interested in
chances of you turning up on the
self-preservation.
doorstep?
Max, that's it. Max is the Bonnie of season 3. Changed my mind.
Welcome
Because
to
I'm pretty sure.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Ava.
civilization. Oh, is it now? You didn't say he was a gentleman, David.
That's because he's not.
The romance Joan option.
Ava's my right hand. If there's anyone you can trust in Richmond, it's her.
What if you could pick between romancing Joan, Ava, or Eleanor? Kenny or Jane would be a part. Jane, I don't think Jane would be a
fucking
part of any
soldier.
group. She
was the first person I met.
She wasn't
up with
really a
after you and
group
me got
person.
separated.
Kenny, I
Never
think.
would have made it without her.
Kenny would have been in the New Frontier. I think Kenny could have respected, except Kenny wouldn't have put up with what
Gabe
Joan
said,
did. He wouldn't have
"Go
sided
back
with
to the
that because
house."
Kenny would have seen that as a
the start.
betrayal. But Kenny could have fit in
I'm sorry,
otherwise
I never
with the New
found you.
Frontier.
We waited for you for 3 months. Eventually, the house was overrun and we had to move. Why didn't you
At least
come
Bonnie
back?
didn't physically attack
Mama and
anyone.
I got
That's
routed
true.
out of the city on the way to the hospital. It wasn't long before she...
Poor Mama.
I couldn't get back into Baltimore, so I hooked up with my old unit. We thought we could build a safe zone outside D.C.
See, listen to what he's saying here.
And everyone else.
I couldn't get back into the
thought you were
city
all dead.
for all 3 months. I'm sorry, dude. This
You were taken
civilization
care of.
had pretty much collapsed
you?
completely by that time. You could
Somehow
have gone
found a way.
back.
I'm not gonna lie. I never thought you had it in you.
The day Dad died, I promised I'd stick around. Be there for the family.
Damn straight I did.
Kept my word.
Wait till we have to promise Poppy later.
Took the end of the world.
I'll be nice to David,
but
I
you finally
promise.
grew up.
Yeah, they originally were from Baltimore.
This
So
is where they're treating Kate. Don't get comfortable.
the game doesn't do a
Let's stay
great
alone.
job of keeping up with that stuff. Like, there's stuff you have to piece together because Richmond is like, it's in Virginia. It's not very far, really. Technically speaking, Richmond's not too far from Baltimore and DC.
Hey!
Hey, kid. Got
And
everything
Dave
you
was
need?
in Operation Blackout.
Yeah. This place is like a resort. Check it out, Javi. Noodles in a cup.
We need to get you some real food. Stat. Turn you into a soldier.
Second area is bombed.
I'm glad you're
He
okay.
might have been initially, but after a couple of months, it would have gone.
You know me.
It would have been. He
always
would have been able to get back in after a couple of months.
Damn, it's good to have
Like I
you
said,
back.
if he was Kenny,
Look
he
at
wouldn't
this
have cared if
family.
it got bombed. He
Look
would
at
have
my
gone.
wife.
He would have wanted to make
Isn't
sure.
she the most beautiful woman alive?
He wouldn't have rested till he
Come
found
on.
them, or what was
With
left.
the lights off, you could mistake me for a walker.
A damn fine walker.
Gross.
We're not going to speak up. Just let them have their moment.
Don't get weird about it. Just say yes.
Do they have pudding? Pudding.
What, you okay?
My...
Shit. I'll get the doc.
Damn it, Kate. This is where I'm going to
I'm
kind of go
fine.
against Kate a little
I
bit.
just needed to talk to you, alone.
She's not going to like
I'm
me very much.
scared, Javi. More than I was the whole time on the road. Even when I thought I was going to die, everything inside me screams to get away from here.
Yeah, because you just don't want to live in civilization.
Killers. And David?
Well, what about Gabe? He seems pretty happy to see his dad.
Gabe will do what we say. We've been taking care of him. It's always been you and me on the road, Javi. That's how we've made it this
There's
far.
been a direct correlation between how good each season
Promise me
is and
we'll
the
go back
presence
to
of
that
boats.
The first chance we get. This place. It's
There is a
cage.
distinct lack of boats in seasons 2 and 3.
We can't let ourselves get locked in.
I don't know, Kate. We were on our last legs.
Javi.
Whatever problems this place has, it's worse out there.
For you, maybe. Whatever. Just
Well, she is just
please,
really not cool with this whole
please don't leave me
situation.
alone for too long.
I mean, the Michonne is the best. Yeah, Michonne has all the
Feeling
boats.
better?
How you doing, sweetheart?
Don't they have
David
like a whole
reports
city
to
of
me.
boats in Michonne?
It's less now.
Strange how it just comes and goes.
She was rambling a bit. I think she's delirious.
Well, she seems cogent
God.
now.
She
But
was
it's nothing to be alarmed
rambling a
about.
bit.
Pain often comes in waves with abdominal wounds. I'll give you something to take the edge off, in case it comes back. Truly superlative work. I thought I'd have to operate, but all she needed was IV fluids and some antibiotics.
So was she not bleeding
Find someone
internally?
with skills like these.
Well,
Wound
that
like
would be
this
Eleanor.
kills 9 out of 10.
We got lucky. We met a group with a medic, Eleanor, just before Kate got shot. The same group in quarantine now.
She's there now?
Well, of course, Kenny
We
would have
should let her
joined.
out.
He'd have been like,
I'll
"That's a
vouch for her."
riverboat that works. I'm in." He would have even forgiven the fact that
I'll
Lily
have
was
Ava
there.
bring her here.
I want to meet this Eleanor. I'm sure she'll be an asset to our community.
The rest of those guys can contribute, if that's what it takes to get free. They're all pretty handy in a fight.
That's why they're all under guard. Javi and I have to go meet some
That's why.
people now.
That's why we have the guns on
Can't
them.
prove he's worth a damn. We're
No,
gonna
but
take real good
imagine
care.
that. Okay.
Okay.
What about this? Hear me out. Kenny disappears in the building at the end of season 1. And then we don't see him in season 2 or season 3. And then he comes back with the Delta in season 4 instead of Lily. What if Lily was the one in season 2 in Kenny's place? Just like trade them places and have Kenny be with the Delta and have his character have changed that much over that 10-year stretch. That would be cool. His
Send
ex-wife
my
would have been a
apologies,
boat.
David. I won't be able to make it.
His next
okay?
wife would have been named
Fine.
Sarita, but it
I
would have
just
been a
wanna keep an
vessel
eye on my patient.
instead of a woman.
The others know my vote is with you.
There's a video about this?
Come
A
on.
video about switching Kenny and Lily?
Remember what I said. When we meet these guys, keep what happened to Mariana to yourself. Badger is one of my guys, and I will handle him.
Okay, we're going to do our best here to do exactly what David said. And we're going to see how this plays out because I don't think there's a difference. I don't think it matters what choices we make here. Nitro. Oh. interesting. Like for the whole series? I've heard of Lytra. I just haven't really watched any of his videos. The SS
They look
Sarita.
pretty,
Yes.
but it's all sugars.
Or the
There's no
USS
substance.
Sarita.
It tastes pretty, Clint. That's all that matters. Ah, the brother.
Javi.
That was secretly the
the
real
guys.
name of the boat on
Clint
Gilligan's
runs food
Island.
production.
The SS
The crops you
Sarita.
saw, that's him and his people. Jones, our bridge to the outside world. She handles contact with other settlements.
Yeah, I would love to
Pleased
know
to
how the
meet you,
relationship
Javi.
between David and Kate
I
actually
trust you've been
started.
treated well.
They just
I
don't
hope you
seem like a
haven't handled
match.
Too roughly. Some of our people left their courtesy with their old lives.
Absolutely. Feel like I'm home at last.
I hope Richmond can become your home. I know David would like that.
We're gonna
And
be
nothing
overly
pleases me
nice,
more
and
than
she's not
seeing
gonna like
families
it.
Reunited. We were just about to eat.
Joan is about to
Clint was
become our
trying to
new best
convince me Of
friend.
the essential superiority of his cream spinach over my magnificent Black Forest gâteau.
It's no contest.
Clint was chill because he's a
Spinach has real
farmer.
nutritional value.
Javi, take a look at that table. You tell me what you'd rather put in your belly.
The cake.
Spinach
I would rather
from
put the
Clint's
cake.
garden, or a baked delicacy by yours truly.
I'd have to go with that cake. I haven't seen anything like that in years.
Suit yourself.
Come on, Clint. At least he's being honest. Please.
I wondered how
make
Clint
yourself
would
comfortable.
react because if you try to go down the middle, he's like, you can't trust a
We value
diplomat.
straight talk here, so please forgive me if I seem direct.
Nick
We're
and Luke.
usually pretty strict about who we open our doors to.
Nick and Luke
Your brother's
were a
word
perfect
counts
match.
for a lot.
Is that so?
The three of us and Dr. Lingard make all the decisions here. So, yeah.
People who choose to stay with us, they have to deal with us bossing them around. Not saying you wouldn't, but it can be an adjustment.
I can be bossed
Especially if they're more
around.
independent-minded. There's no structure out there now.
I always do what I'm told. Ask my older brother.
You're gonna fit in well, Javi. I can see that.
Wow.
When Joan and I met your brother, he was trying his hand at fruit.
Fruit?
We found him slowly
Mess up that
murdering
spinach
an
dip.
orchard on the Shenandoah River.
Get some nice
I
tortilla
helped him
chips
bring
in
it back
there.
to life.
We had a good run there.
For as long as it lasted.
It can't be much different than like
What
guac,
happened?
right?
What always happens? We trusted the wrong damn people. That's what led us to start this. Wondering what this fine piece of body art is all about?
Have seen that mark a few times.
You probably saw it at the gates. Right, Javi?
We all
Yes.
took it as a sign of commitment. It was a crude answer to a difficult problem.
I
and
was
it
trying
hasn't
to give the
always
right
worked.
answer.
Please understand. We had a terrible winter just after we moved here. We lost a great deal. Loved ones who left holes in our lives.
See, I wish I could
Protecting
do
my
both
people from
reactions
that
and
kind
just see
of
which
pain,
ones I like better.
That's what keeps me awake at night. It turned me into a perpetual night owl. I know it's a lot to ask, but I never want
I
them to
don't
have
think
to
any of those
experience
answers. Okay, here's the problem with this right here. I don't think any of the answers I have at my disposal right now would be good because I feel like no matter what I choose, Javi is just going to be like, I know how you feel. My people got shot by your people. Like, Jesus Christ. What are we supposed to do here? I'm just not going to answer. We're just going to go with
like that.
I'm not going to say anything. Silence is a valid option.
I'm sorry. I realize you probably lost a lot. Not fishing for pity or anything.
And here we go.
Max? What are you doing here?
I sent for him.
Since when does he answer to you?
She talks a lot.
From what I hear, he's well acquainted with your brother. They exchanged a few bullets outside our walls.
Is that right? Is there bad blood between you and Max?
Ooh.
Nothing that can't be worked out.
I don't have a problem with him. He's all right by me.
There's no problem at all.
Yeah, same here.
I don't buy it.
God damn it, Joan.
Max, how did this start?
Don't look at him. You have an obligation to tell the truth.
This is ridiculous. Those kind of railroady at points.
We
And a
caught him
little, yeah,
siphoning gas from one
actually.
of our vehicles.
Max.
Sorry, David. I know he's family, but your brother's a thief.
Is it true?
I'm not a thief. We didn't know.
I was scavenging whatever I could find. I had no idea it belonged to you.
If you just asked, we'd have given it to you.
I don't think there's a good way out of this.
That That's
He ate
not
my
all.
pudding.
Rufus said Clementine
He took all my
ran his
pudding
truck
out of
off
the
road
trailer.
just to break him free. We had real problems with her in the past. You can always judge a man by the company he keeps. Running with that girl don't look good.
I would say not.
I'm not going to respond. I agree with him.
So what if Javi met up with Clementine? It doesn't mean anything.
We kicked her out for a reason, David. Now the two of them are thick as thieves.
Not really,
This is
though.
who
We
you're
did bring
asking us
her
to
and turn her
vouch
in
for,
at the
David?
gate.
Seriously? You know we can't just open our doors to bandits.
Choices
We're trying
matter.
to build something different here. Something resembling civilization.
I don't say
You
anything.
seem like you've got something to get off your chest, Javi.
No, I don't. I really don't.
No. That's it.
That's right. He knows what he done. There ain't nothing more to say.
It's clear your brother doesn't belong here. Javi and his people have to go.
You're
This-
overreacting. It was a scuffle over
This is
supplies.
so frustrating.
We've exiled people for less.
Sorry, David. Your soldiers are already wild enough.
My sister-in-law and the
You
kids,
can't
that
add
means I'm a
more
bad person.
crazy to the mix.
Take Javi and everyone in quarantine to the gate. Give them a pack with a bare minimum to survive.
Like, I am sorry. There are a lot of people out there that love Telltale and love this series and love the games and think they're all great.
Look, we can't
There's
fight
a lot of
this.
people that hate season
Not
3
now.
too.
Kate and Gabe will be
But
safe
this
here.
is
Your
not
doctor friend,
new
too.
in season 3.
the
The
rest of you,
choices don't
You're
matter.
gonna have to do what they say. I'm sorry. It's out of my hands.
Just not going to say anything. Silence is a valid option. We can't open our doors to bandits.
Just stay alive.
Said the bandits.
Okay?
Stay alive. Clementine is a saint. Don't you ruin her good name. But see, that's the problem. I just went along with everything and tried to be as friendly and hospitable as possible. And honestly,
We didn't do anything.
their argument, their entire argument here, barring, we'll ignore for just a minute that Max showed up at the gate with Badger and the shit that happened at Prescott. We'll ignore all of that for a minute and pretend David had some say in that, right? All they know at that moment is that Javier had been trying to take some gas. That's it. And if you try to say, I wasn't stealing it, we didn't know it was yours, the proper response by a rational person is, oh, okay, that's understandable. There wasn't a guard there. We didn't have a sign up that said, this belongs to us, don't touch it. It makes sense. Because then my very next response is, we tried to give it back. We didn't know we thought it was just out there and we were trying to survive. It is so frustrating because there is nothing rational at all about this. And your choices and decisions do not matter at all in this scenario. Javi's Javi's a fine protagonist. I like Javi overall.
David packed this.
But just the writing is so bad.
What about Eleanor?
Walk.
That's how David doesn't defend you despite saying he'll handle it.
God
Yeah,
damn it, Javi.
David drops the ball.
This isn't her fault, Trip. You're mad at the wrong person.
Trip, she's going to kick your ass, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Do not fuck this up.
Yeah, the junkyard was abandoned. Nobody was guarding it. You don't leave supplies
settlement a few
unguarded
miles
in the
west of here.
apocalypse, okay? It's your fault at that point when people show up and try to grab it. It's on purpose because Joan knows everything that happened would ask them to leave regardless. Possibly. Trip really doesn't like me.
Get with the program, he says. We trusted you.
Look, we're not dead. That's something, okay?
Well, we're about to be, though.
Not yet, anyway.
Let's just see what they gave us.
Knowing them, it's probably a butter knife and a stick of gum.
They could have just shot us.
More than once.
Oh, how fucking neighborly.
Ava just one-shot him because Ava's awesome. Ava might be one of my favorite characters of the season.
that?
Not gonna lie.
It looks like a map.
She's loyal to a fault, but she's also very like thoughtful, and she tries to play things just right, and she tries to do the right thing.
Sense of humor was always poorly timed.
Here's a map, Javi.
Okay. There's Richmond.
There's Richmond. There's
but we
us.
can't go back there. Well, knowing where it is lets us know where we are.
The Conrad effect is real.
Looks like they're expanding. Some of these areas are marked clear. Pretty sure David wants us to go there. And if this is us here, then I think we can head along this path. Just gotta head north. And to find
Yeah,
north,
nobody acknowledges Clementine
to find the
or
North Star.
Conrad because they're not supposed to be here. Wait, what happens if I pick the one in the Big Dipper?
There.
I've never done that
the
before.
end of the Little Dipper.
No, that's the Big Dipper.
Oh! So I can pick the wrong star.
Is that it?
I remember something about it facing toward the Little Dipper.
Is there more? Can I pick more stars? Don't they all? They all seem to know pretty damn well where the star's at. Why am I picking it out?
We need to go this way. What else is in there?
Well, next episode we will have a
Not enough weapons.
we'll have a vote to see who we're going to pick to live, Ava or Trip. So that will be on you guys, actually.
Deal with it.
I don't mind either way. I like both Ava and Trip to a different extent, but that's gonna be the vote next week. Is who should we select?
Take it. Call it an apology. That man back there in the tunnel, that wasn't me. Take the gun.
Conrad, don't let the past get in the way of common sense.
The gun is yours, Conrad. I can handle myself.
Nobody
We just
fires a
handed the
single
gun to
shot
the one
unless
guy
you're
that tried to
deep
shoot
fucking
Gabe.
fried. You hear me?
But
You don't
Gabe's
wanna
not
track
around, so we're fine.
Whatever the hell's out there.
Yeah, we all know what to do. We're waiting for you to do. That's the thing. There are so many opportunities they had to make such a great franchise. Their writers were just not that good. They had great characters that carried. I said this in a comment to somebody this past week that seasons 2 and 3, season 1 was not any better than seasons 2 and 3 writing wise.
You and Kate
But the characters in season 1 were so much better. They carried the season despite the writing. The characters in season 2 and 3, 2 was very mediocre. 3 was okay with some, Javier's good, Trip's good, but they aren't the level of season 1. There was a bar there that was set that just never got
Ain't my
met.
business, I
Season
know,
4 came
but
close.
What have we got to lose out here?
She's my brother's wife. She's family. End of story.
Come on, man. You're not a dumbass. When it comes to these kind of things, the story never really ends. Not for everyone, at least.
Trip, I really am not in
always a
love with her,
mess,
man.
ain't it?
What's that?
Who you love, who loves you, if they're one and the same, or
We gave him the gun,
otherwise.
so he should be good
You
then.
know what I mean?
I've never got this far with
Just when you think
Conrad,
you
so
got everything figured out. Boom. Heart goes ass over tea kettle.
I don't know. I think it's as complicated as you let it be.
Difference between you and me, brother. Eleanor and I, we were
oh, Trip.
something.
Can I convince him not to try to talk her into being his girlfriend later?
I respect her wishes.
Because he says right here, I respect her wishes, but later he's like, hey, we should get together. I really love you.
Heart respected mine.
Like, I'm sorry, but if she says no, no means no, guys. Just back off. Like,
Jesus got
there's
his
other
eye on
fish in the
something.
sea at that point. Mind you, the sea's a little more limited in the apocalypse,
What
but
you got for us, man?
still,
Listen,
you can't force love, is
Tell me
all I'm
that isn't
saying.
what I think it is.
about a quarter-mile out. Heading the same way we
Yeah,
are.
the game, this is the first time I've actually, like, actively gone against trying to romance Kate. And it is surprising how many times it's just like, hey, you should want to romance her. Do you sure you don't want it? Like,
They're near.
if I say I'm not interested in that, just let it go.
Okay.
If they
Look
wanted
alive,
to be
people.
fun, they
I got
could
it.
have had they could have had you choose between like having Javier romance Kate and romancing like Jesus. That would be hilarious. Imagine a situation where Javier and Jesus were a potential couple. They haven't ate all the women yet. Oh, Nate. Oh no, we get a restraining order IRL. Yes! She would be like, I'm not really into you, dude. Leave me the hell alone.
Batter up, fuckface.
Batter up, fuckface.
Come on, man. Move your ass.
You want a piece of this?
Kate, yeah, Kate's the only romance option. They teased. They almost made it seem like Eleanor was going to be. The first time I played... Uh-oh. What do I do? Hold on. We're in a bad way right now. The first time I played Season 3, I legit thought Eleanor... Why am I being killed? What's going on now? I thought Eleanor was, like, going to be an option. I thought I was going to have to pick between Eleanor and Kate. I was kind of surprised at the turn of events later. Dude, thanks, Clementine.
You should be more careful with this.
Should I, though? There's already enough chaos in the apocalypse. There's no
We're even now.
for Javi to be a homewrecker. Javi can't date Joan, but that would be hilarious if that was an option. If you could choose to go against David and be like, "Yeah, Joan, I like the idea that you're robbing places. I want to be a part of that."
He's my brother.
We could turn this into Red Dead Redemption 2.
I learned that the
The
hard
Walking
way.
Dead Redemption 2.
This brand is a lie. It's a lie that says you can trust us. You belong.
It's not a lie, Clementine. You just
care
didn't
about
like
their
the
people.
outcome of what was being
They
said.
promised they'd help him. But they were gonna let him die.
This is a very, very clear reaction. Like, Clementine, she was very emotionally invested in AJ and everything going on with him. But she also, like, she sees things her way and she doesn't want to hear what anybody else has to say.
And believe it or not,
We're gonna get you the medicine you need, AJ. I don't care what they say.
I am not going to do the medicine. We're going to see what happens if I choose to put the medicine back. Undead Nightmare 2. Yes. It just says 76. Do you think that they were like predicting Fallout 76? When they created the symbol for the New Frontier, they were like, "Hey, there's going to be this game called Fallout 76."
Just like that little guy.
Comes to Idols actually depend on what you ending you get in season 2. Really?
I mean, she's amazing. I wouldn't fuck with her. Right?
Okay, well, I know which one it is, I think.
Here it is.
Yeah, there it is. Ha! I almost grabbed the needle.
Be a shot.
When I was a kid, I thought Clem and the girl from the cabin. Oh, you thought Clem and Sarah? That could have been interesting. Considering that Clem gets the opportunity to hook up with Violet or...
Goofball. This is gonna get you better.
Violet or... Why can't I think of his name? In season 4.
Clem.
Dr. Lingard, what's the matter with you?
I'm fine. Clem, please don't.
Did you think about
The
Marlon?
vancomycin.
You haven't met Marlon yet.
That's the last of it. It'll be wasted on AJ. I told you. It could save someone's life if used right. It's too valuable to throw away.
I'm not going to say anything.
I'm sorry, Clem.
Lingard's over here passed out drunk.
I tried everything.
Lewis! Yes.
I really did.
I don't know why I can't remember Lewis's name.
Get better.
Nothing can help your boy now. Clem, put the drugs back before anyone finds out you took them.
Look, Lingard's trying to help her.
You know what they do to thieves here.
I'm sorry, goofball. He's right. This will only make things worse.
You shouldn't be over here. What is that in your hand? What are you doing?
Don't worry about it. I'm already putting them back.
Oh, Clem. How could you?
I said I'm putting them back.
Yeah, right. She's a goddamn thief.
Oh, snap. Look, now it's all broken.
What's going on here?
We caught her trying to take those drugs.
What the hell, Clem? We already did everything we could for that boy. How could you betray our trust like this?
You say that, but if AJ dies, it's on me. I'm the one who's left alone.
It's all I have is AJ.
So that gives you the right to ransack
and
our
this
fucking
group that I'm in.
stores?
Easy, David.
You were told those drugs wouldn't help. That waste, that'll cost someone's life down the road.
So
Someone in this camp.
I've never done it where I didn't inject AJ.
Survival. We
So it turns out they were right about the drugs.
This is how you repay us? By stealing? By putting yourself before the group? You're done here. You broke our rules, Clem. Violated our trust. There's no place for you in the new frontier. You've made that pretty damn obvious.
You can't kick us out. AJ's sick, weak. We'll get torn apart out there.
Should have thought about that before.
Everything we could by giving the medicine that works.
Maybe
But the
we
problem
should
is that
give her
medicine
another
doesn't
chance.
work.
Don't fight me on this, Paul. You know what Joan would say if she were here. I'm sorry, Clem. You brought this on yourself.
Come on, AJ. We don't need this place anyway.
He stays.
This is a weird decision
Can't
to
take
me.
him with you. That ship has sailed.
You're cruel. You don't even want to take care of him.
Clem, he's in no condition to travel.
Let him go, Clem. He'll only drag you down out there.
I don't know that he did want a reason to kick her out.
No!
Honestly,
You monsters!
I think she pushed the envelope just a little too far.
What about this? What was it all for? Don't forget, I'm one of you.
Not anymore.
Think about it, okay? Hold on just a minute. Let's think about... Imagine we're in season 1, and we have the group at the motel, and we're all, got barely any medicine, got barely any food or whatever, or they're just trying to survive. And somebody comes along with a child, and that child's sick, and we tell them, we really can't help you out with this. The medicines that we have isn't going to help him out, and we need it for other people. And then that person went and took that medicine. Now, put yourself in Lee's shoes or Kenny's shoes or even Lily's shoes and say, what would they do? They would do the same thing David did, and everybody would support that, right? If that scenario plays out in season 1 and you as Lee have to make the decision on whether to kick them out after they just wasted medicine or stole medicine from the group, people get mad at Ben for that. People say that Ben was a horrible person because he was stealing medicine from the group and giving it to the bad guys. Clementine's doing the same thing as Ben did in season 1. So you can't be mad at Ben and then say, well, Clementine was just trying to do the right thing and David just wanted to kick her out, because that's not true.
Let her say goodbye. We owe her that much, at least.
Fine. You heard her. Say what you need to say, then you go.
So we're going to do the right thing here.
I love you, goofball. I love you.
Come on, Clem.
Yeah, and the medicine itself, that I don't know what the medicine was used to treat. But normally I inject him with it, and I used to assume that's what helped him to survive. But knowing that he survives, he makes it. He's going to make it. We know he is. But I didn't inject him with the medicine, but he lives anyway.
Be the one.
Like,
Finally.
Jace basically took medicine from them that could be used for other things that didn't even need to be used because she didn't want to listen to anybody else.
Clem, I'm so sorry.
My little goofball. At least he doesn't have to live in this world anymore.
Let's see why Clem can't do both. Can't do both what? Yeah, Kenny. So Kenny would have done the same for Duck. He would have stolen the medicine if it came down to it. And that's the thing, though. It's all about what side of the argument you're on. You know, if it's your loved one at risk and you are convinced that the medicine is going to help them, you're gonna do what you have to do, or what you think you have to do to survive, or to save them. But if you're in the group that is having the medicine stolen, you're gonna want to. You know, you're going to say that it's that they shouldn't be doing that. It's all about perspective. Yeah, that gate's not going to hold, dude.
If too many of them push against this, it might give.
No, hugging Clem has to be
Find
illegal.
a way in.
I mean, I get it, but honestly, Javier, he betrayed her earlier. With the Conrad situation, she shouldn't. Like, the relationship between them should not be the relationship between us and Clementine.
Something's wrong with it.
We spent 2 seasons with her already. We would want to hug her. Javi would not. Could have said goodbye and then spit in David's face. That's messed up.
Locked. Shit. Look for another way in. It's our only chance.
Oh,
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Hurry it up.
Well, there's a car with no wheels.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the jack, okay?
Damn it.
There shouldn't be multiple steps to this. There we go. That's what we want.
We can use that floor jack to lift up the garage door. The handle's missing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Of course it is. Yeah, Clementine is in a... They only have known each other for a couple of days. Like... Way to go, Javi. Swing away, Javi. It makes me think a little bit of... Did you ever see the movie Signs? The M. Night Shyamalan movie? The guy's brother's a baseball player. I kind of wonder if they got that from this. Like, the characters in Signs are very similar in some ways with their relationship. Oh my God! Why should I have to crank the damn gun? Just open the door.
That's it. Won't go any higher. Everyone get in.
My guess is they took the handle so that people wouldn't take it and hit the car and then died. After playing The Last of Us, seeing this scene in particular is kind of funny. Just the New Frontiers.
Come on, Trip.
Close the door.
But they didn't know there was a zombie in the car. No, they probably did. They probably kept the zombie in the car on purpose. You know, if one of them would just walk over there and pull up the door a little bit, it wouldn't have taken 3 kicks.
Too close.
You can say
What would Josh Bearhart do in this situation? I wouldn't be in this situation. I would be in the New Frontier, damn it. Are you talking about, like, as Javi, if in Javi's shoes?
I'm here. David!
Don't you dare let that fucking baby killer in.
I have to let him in, Clementine. He's my brother. And I'm Angel Javi, so chill.
Clem.
Don't do it, Javi.
He has a son, Clem. Just like you did.
The fuck?
They want to make more drama in gameplay. That's the really sad part to me, is that the action sequences and stuff like that only exist because, like, otherwise people find it too boring to play.
Clementine?
Like, people don't want to play through a movie most of the time. They want to play through something where they have a whole bunch of action and crazy shit happening.
She's trouble. Trust me.
She's with me. I owe her my life.
See, I'm the kind of person that I enjoyed the diplomacy stuff in Skyrim, okay?
That you left her to
I
die.
liked sitting up and talking to the Greybeards and trying to organize things and the political stuff. I love that stuff.
Survive that?
We had rules.
Jesus, smack the gun.
Broke 'em. I would have done the same to anybody.
No, I haven't done an Evil Hobby playthrough. I was going to do an Evil Hobby playthrough.
To anybody.
That was the option that everybody could pick, and everybody picked Angel Hobby, so that's what we're doing.
Unlike her.
Did he suffer? Please.
I like playing through a movie too. Some of my favorite games have been like very cinematic type of things. I loved Detroit. I liked The Last of Us. I liked even like games like Grand Theft Auto and stuff. I don't play through and do all the crazy shit that everybody else does. I go for like the cinematic parts of it. I want to see the story unfold.
He lived.
I'm weird, okay?
Wow. He was dying.
I'm not the kind of person that likes to go around blowing everything up. I want the emotional side of things.
It was a miracle.
You're lying.
That's true, Awesome. That is what Kenny called Jane.
I don't know, Clem. I don't think he'd lie about this.
You don't know him like I do.
Clem, I literally grew up with him.
Please, I'm telling the truth.
Where? Where is AJ now?
I don't know for sure.
What really irritates me and pisses me off a little bit is the fact that it does not matter
took care of the boy.
how we raised Clementine as Lee. It does not matter how we played Lee in season 2.
And I'm going back.
She turns into basically a little Kenny/Joan clone in season 3. AJ has plot
What's
on
your plan, David?
We used to store vehicles.
AJ must live.
I came to get you set up.
And
say goodbye. I don't want you to worry about Kate and Gabe. I'll take care of my family from now on.
Gee, thanks,
They'll
David.
be safe with me.
wait, this is a send-off? You're just seeing me on my merry way.
You think I want this?
Well, you're not doing much to stop it.
I don't see another way.
Shit.
The Bendy series. I think I have. I think somebody suggested that. I can't remember.
There! Help me!
Drop that in the comments of either this video or on one of my posts, because I'd like to add that to my list. She's just mad.
Where'd you find this?
Yeah, she is mad. She was mad the whole time, but the thing is Clementine, the decisions she made led directly to her being separated from AJ. You know, it's understandable that she would want to do whatever she could to help him live. That makes complete sense. But she has to understand that she crossed a line. You know, you have to be able to understand where those lines are at and what's okay and what's not okay, and how you would feel putting yourself in the shoes of the group or whatever, and understanding where they're coming from, and knowing that you would make the same. She would say the same thing in their shoes.
That's Phantom Punch.
I don't understand how all this got here.
Like you don't
know.
know.
He's better with Jesus anyway.
Hey, none of this stuff was here before. I don't have a damn thing to do with it.
Kenny's hat could be the secret, except for that AJ doesn't have his hat because they forgot to give it back to him.
Whoever did this, they have to be stopped.
Damn right they do. Soon as we find out who.
Who else knew about this place?
Your outfit is the only one that gutted my town.
Did you play Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? I have.
There's
Mortal Kombat right back there.
Here too. Towns I heard got raided a while
I've got
back.
Mortal Kombat and Pac-Man, and they
Stuff
work.
here from the kingdom.
I am terrible at Mortal Kombat, though. Not gonna lie.
Take cover.
That and Street Fighter, I'm horrible at that too. I was never good at those kind of games.
You You sure as hell are stupid, ain't you?
You only just realizing that now?
I told you. Joan is on the warpath. Last thing we need is people getting wind of all this stuff.
Look at all this shit. We're frickin' rolling in it.
I'll give you that.
Mortal Kombat playthrough.
Just glad we found some more smokes.
None of this shit belongs to you, assholes.
I don't think I would work well with a Mortal Kombat playthrough.
David?
I don't think I've ever won a match of Mortal Kombat if I'm being... My wife kicks my ass at it. She's really good at it for some
We're
reason.
a unit. There's no need for...
Philosophy and Ethics Mortal Kombat. I mean, there was a Mortal Kombat movie, and there's technically a story, kind of. All right, where are we at? 52% let Badger turn. 48% don't let him turn. So right now, 23 votes. If you haven't voted yet, get your vote in, because we're about to have that opportunity to figure... Right now, we're going to let him turn. 52-48. I am bad with quick time events, so there's a good chance I will not make it through this. In the Philosophy and Ethics playthrough, I had to go through this like twice. I can't reach the cup. There we go. There we go. There's the failure of the quick time event. Scorpion, friend or foe. I think Sub-Zero is the friend. Scorpion would be a foe. Gotta be. Damn it, Badger. You're not making this easy. See, half the problem is I can't see the damn cursor. Now I gotta hit the quick time events, man. Ooh, that was hard. Just now they're like, oh shit, we should probably go help Javier.
Ever since the junkyard, you've been nothing but a fly in my ointment.
Yeah, Badger, because you're an asshole. Nobody likes you, man.
If I'd have known you were David's brother, I'd have shoved that gas can down your throat and lit you up like a candle. But this'll do.
Got shot. He's dead. We need to play Mortal Kombat in the arcade. Might get some views.
Fucking Garcias.
I don't know about that. Maybe.
You took my goddamn guts out.
I'm not going to tell him.
Fuck.
You brought this on yourself, Badger. You had it coming a long time.
I wish he would have actually said karma is a bitch.
See if I give a shit.
Midway or Scorpion might be folks he's willing to bring about the apocalypse. You're not wrong.
Easy, Conrad. He's already down.
Ooh, I've never had Conrad here. This is awesome.
Remember my woman, Francine? You snuffed her out like she was nothing.
Wait, will Conrad give me his opinion on what he wants to have happen here?
He's finished. Get it over with. Come on. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, he doesn't
We've
want
got
to
move.
turn.
No point drawing it out.
What if we let... Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, right now it's 52-48 to let him turn. But should we let Conrad do it, guys? Like, we could just let him turn. That's what everybody voted for. But what if we let Conrad kill him? Should we do that instead? Because that's kind of crazy. I've never been this far with Conrad, so I don't know if that's the right move so that Conrad gets his revenge. What do you guys think? I'm going to give it a minute. I'm going to give it just a minute before we actually make the call. Let Conrad do it. Let Conrad. It's 2, 3. So it looks like so far everybody wants to let Conrad do it. Somebody vote. All right. All right, we're going to let Conrad do it.
Conrad?
You can get some revenge for your
What?
Francine.
Ain't got the guts to kill another man.
No.
You're not a man. You're
Yes.
nothing.
There you go, Conrad. You get that revenge, buddy. That was great. I'm kind of starting to like Conrad with some of this later stuff.
Stop. Please.
Raiding, looting, you betrayed who we are. You betrayed Richmond.
Come on, David. This is Richmond.
What's that supposed to mean?
See, when we get to the...
What's that supposed to mean?
When we get to the point where we talk about Joan in the Friend or Foe series, this is going to be a huge point for that, because
we weren't doing it without support
they
inside
have
Richmond.
They have a good reason, but they do bad things, and it's
Joan
so complicated. If you look at it from morally and ethically speaking, if you look at it from like a utilitarian standpoint, right? Utilitarianism is the idea that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. So if you're doing something, even if you're hurting a small number of people to save the larger group, it justifies it morally speaking. And so technically, if you go through that way, you can justify Joan's decision to take out other groups and get the supplies to help Richmond survive and maybe grow over time. It is such a complicated and difficult topic, because while Joan is easily a foe for her actions, it's still so interesting to think about, like,
She said we needed it
their
to survive.
justifications and what they're looking at and how they do it.
But she told me you'd never go for it.
It is very complicated.
I'm sorry.
It is too late for sorry, you backstabbing shitbag.
Please.
I think David was too trusting at times.
I'll tell
I don't think
everyone
he
in
ever
Richmond
imagined
about
anybody
this.
doing something
I'll
like
help
that.
you get back inside.
We're going to take him back. We always take Max back because he's like our token. We can walk in the door and be like, hey, Max is going to help tell the truth.
I needed that.
He yields. David calls himself a soldier, but yields no respect, even as those guys disrespect him. To a point, yeah. Some of his guys respect him. I think that there's a discrepancy there because it's him versus Joan in a lot of ways.
He gave us the slip. Hightailed it back towards Richmond.
A lot of people have the idea of the survive at all costs, and I think in Joan's eyes, that's the right thing. David isn't that way, though. David wants to survive, but he doesn't want to hurt other people to do it.
Be hurting anyone else.
My people need to know about what we found here.
Yeah, that's the thing. Just because you can justify it morally or ethically does not necessarily mean that it's the right decision.
They'd want me to get home and warn them.
Like, the moral thing isn't always the right thing to do.
You're a good guy, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
I could say the same about you. I won't forget about you. You have my word.
It's a shitstorm out there, man. I don't see how you're gonna make it.
How's he?
One step at a time.
Maybe Jesus isn't as fast as we think he is. Clementine's shorter than so like she wouldn't be able to run as fast, probably.
I have loved ones in there. We both do.
Or he's just got through like the zombie herd, but you know.
I gotta break Eleanor out of there. Once she's safe, I'm gonna tell her how I feel.
No, Trip.
Hey,
no, that
you
is
said
a
it
horrible
yourself.
idea.
It's only as messy as you let it be.
Oh,
Time to
Jesus
straighten
Christ.
things out.
He's going to take no matter what we say.
Lingard and Clint, they're our best bet. If I can get to them before Joan does, maybe we have a chance. I know I was ready to say goodbye before, but I can't do this without you.
I think we're all of the
I
understanding.
won't be able to pull this off myself.
Of course, David.
You're my brother.
I got you, brother.
I never forgot that.
I think we have to understand that we
Even
have to
if you
let
did.
Lingard live.
I'm glad to
Angel
hear that,
Javi would let
You and I-
Lingard live, okay?
We should talk when this is
Jesus
done.
is better than Eleanor is better
If
than
Lonnie
Kate.
raises the alarm, they'll be waiting for us at the gates.
Jesus
There's a way in
is
round
is
back
is
that'll get
S
us around
tier.
any sentries.
Eleanor is
can take
like
Badger's truck.
C or
I doubt
B
he'll
or C, and yeah, Kate's like F tier.
We gotta
Okay.
get on the move.
If we were doing a tier list of Walking Dead characters, he's back at making waffles. Waffles sound delicious. Who do you think was more fierce than they thought when they thought AJ was dead? Kenny when he tried to kill Jane, or Clem when she was trying to get Javi to open the door for David? Kenny. Kenny was more fierce. Rightly so. Because in Kenny's situation, he thought Jane had actively killed AJ, as opposed to Clementine just thinks that David's actions led to AJ dying when she was hoping that the medicine would help him.
They're expecting us.
Eleanor's in there somewhere. I'm going after her.
David Clinton
Then I'm
Lingard are
coming
already
with
under her control. It's too late for convincing them. It's not. It's not though.
Lingard brought her to the clinic.
They don't even know what's going on. They don't know what she's been up to. And
Javi, that's where
Clint
you'll go to get
actually
Kate
goes
and David.
against her
And bring them
later
to my house.
on the
The one
stage.
with the Raven on the hitching
He says,
post.
"We don't do
We'll all
this.
meet
We
up
don't."
there.
He's
After I pay a little visit to
he
Joan,
lets David get down, and he
Stay
kind of
out of
takes
sight.
over.
they'll be keeping an eye out for us.
It's safer if we stick together.
Negative. It's too risky. At least
Pancakes
this
or
way, if
waffles?
one of us gets caught, the other can still achieve their mission.
Ooh, depends. I'm a sucker for like Eggo waffles, or like the big fluffy waffles you get. Like if you go to hotels, they got the waffle machines. I've got a
I'll
waffle
scout
maker here.
ahead.
I don't know why I said hotels. It doesn't really matter, but the Belgian waffles, oh, they're
What
delicious.
about you, Clem?
Pancakes
Sure,
have
I've
their
still
time
got some
though,
friends in the new
especially when
frontier.
you put like
If they know where AJ's being held.
I'll make the
me.
pancakes and try to put like
Soon
the
as I
syrup,
find him,
the
taking that truck
strawberry
and
syrup
getting
and stuff
the
on them.
hell out
Oh.
of here.
Well, you are owed a vehicle.
I'm a sucker for breakfast food. I don't care if it's pancakes,
eye on
waffles,
David.
eggs, sausage,
Maybe
bacon.
playing nice,
I just love
but I'd
breakfast.
still watch your back.
He's my brother, Clem. That still means something to me.
Just don't get trapped by it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's not the man I think he is.
See, at least she's willing to change her mind. Maybe she's
when I
kind of
see you.
seeing that it's not quite as bad as she thought.
David said to hang a ride up at
Pancakes
that
in
corner.
Brazil is normally with
Seems clear
ground
so
meat and
far.
tomato sauce.
Let's move.
What? How is that a? What kind of ground meat? And tomato sauce? Like, we use tomato sauce on like why is he moving so slow? We use tomato sauce on like spaghetti and stuff. I never would
You
have
know
thought to
Javi
try it
Garcia?
on. Oh,
Used to play
All right.
shortstop for Baltimore.
That Javier Garcia? That's who we're looking for?
Yeah, that Javier Garcia.
what about French toast? If we're going to throw some,
Anyway, sounds
if
like
we're
some
talking about
paranoid
pancakes
horseshit.
versus waffles, French
Guy's
toast has a
fucking
place in there,
ball
right?
player.
There's the medical center.
Gonna go ninja his way back in here and stir up trouble.
We go in.
That
we
is
get
true.
out,
Breakfast
we
food tends to be a little bit
game,
cheaper.
We get out.
Not that easy, man. We've seen them AKs
Now I
before,
want breakfast
and
for
they ain't
dinner.
afraid to use them.
All right.
I already had dinner today.
Hang
Dinner
out here
tomorrow,
for a
maybe.
while. Smoke break.
Damn it. We need a distraction.
Yes, Trip. Yes, we do.
How's your throwing arm?
I wasn't a pitcher. All right. What am I supposed to throw this at? Is there somewhere else I can throw the rock? Maybe not. All right.
The hell was that?
I totally thought that
Let's
was a
check it out.
boarded up window.
You go first.
Ivy! Yeah, Ivy, you don't like French toast,
Still
do you?
got it.
Scallion pan and kimchi. Kimchi pancakes would be interesting.
You guys
I've
find
never
out.
actually had kimchi.
Tell her we're moving Kate.
Sounds good. We'll meet you here.
I'm generally familiar with it. I've just never had it. McFish.
Javi!
Oh God. The McDonald's fish sandwich.
thought you were...
It always looked good.
I was
But
super worried. Like,
don't worry, I'm
a
fine.
lot.
Hey, buddy. I'm fine.
Could have hit the
Just
wire. Oh, I didn't see the wire.
They said you guys were
Eh,
denied entry.
It worked.
It's true. We're on borrowed time. The people who run this place, they're ruthless.
Love
We
French
have to
toast,
move.
cook it, go.
Where's my dad?
Some category. Cheap white bread,
Is he
no money to
coming?
do it. See, I like the French toast with the
Javi.
Don't worry, buddy.
I
We're gonna
like
go
the
meet up
thicker
with-
French toast. I get the Texas toast bread to make it.
David has a house in town. He thinks
And then I
we'll
put
be okay there.
powdered
Then let's
sugar.
go.
So you put it in the
Wait,
egg and then you put it in the pan and cook it. And you
While
put
you were
powdered sugar
gone,
and
this
syrup on it.
woman,
Oh,
Joan came by. I felt like she was sizing me up. It was creepy.
maybe she has a crush on
She
you.
implied David was in trouble. Like he was no longer in charge.
Waffles are better than
She kept
pancakes
saying
with typical
Gabe and I
American
didn't
Belgian
need
ones.
to worry, but it only made me worry
Belgian
more.
pancakes are
I got
great.
a bad feeling from her.
She's a scary lady. But don't worry. David's gonna handle her. He knows what to do.
Scary how?
We're trusting him way too much.
The people who shot you answered her. She ordered raids on other settlements.
She's like, what?
We found all this stuff from Prescott.
She was behind Prescott?
David's rounding up allies to confront her right now.
Javi, I know you think it's worse on the road.
Well, me and
but
Kate
you
are moving
have
to
see
Norway.
reason. This isn't our fight.
Sadly, that's
We already
never
lost
gonna
Mari
work
because
out.
of these people. Now, the whole place is about to become a war zone.
It's David's fight.
It's not going to become a war zone if we don't let it.
He needs our help.
It's
See,
technically
you're not
David's
hearing
fault that
me.
it becomes a war zone
This
now.
is not our problem.
What's going on? Tripp said we had to move to David's house.
We're not doing that. We're getting the fuck out of Richmond before
So
it's
see,
too
Eleanor's
late.
not going to be
Getting
as
out?
mad at us, but she's still going to go
You
to Joan.
shouldn't even be sitting up.
What?
But she's got a point here.
What about my
Kate
dad?
should be staying in the
can't just
hospital.
leave him.
We should be talking things through.
Gabe, we don't even know who he is anymore.
Diplomacy
we have
typically
to get away
works.
before he gets us all killed.
But he won't know where we are. Again.
We're gonna go to David's house.
Javi,
It's the best bet we got. It's all we got.
Kate is
I've
disappointed
got a gun
in
in
you.
the room they gave me.
I wish they would have put that at
Sounds
the
like we
top.
might
That would
need
have been hilarious.
I'll come with you. We'll catch
Kate's
up with
not
you
mad.
guys.
She's just disappointed.
Sounds good.
don't.
she's really not wanting anything to do with me.
I didn't see
Javier,
Clem
I
with
don't
you
want to be
guys.
around you.
Is she okay?
I thought we were lovers.
I know. She's tough, but I don't know. Be nice to hear she's all right.
If we run into her, she could really use a friend right now.
Oh, don't hate on Gabe.
Yeah.
Gabe's
Me
got
too.
his flaws, but so does everybody else.
We need to go.
He's a teenage boy,
Okay.
and he has a crush on Clementine. I
You know
love
this
that they
is
can
what
just
David
walk
lives
through the
for,
streets and there's
right?
nobody there.
What?
Like,
A brawl.
Richmond is this giant.
I only ever saw him truly
It's like the
happy
biggest
when he was
community
talking about
we've
being
come
at
across so
war.
far, and yet you hardly see anybody in the streets until they meet
world
at
going to
the
shit?
gallows.
I guarantee that was the best day of his life. He gets to live life on the front line.
No one lives for war. I'm sure it's not like that.
You weren't there, Javi.
Cliff could use a
Not
good
like
friend.
I was.
It's not ooh. Clementine
Took your
needs
damn
somebody she
time.
can rely on.
Come on, we have to hurry.
Maybe I'll do so. If you've
David
seen, I did a
Cross, I'm
crossover episode last
He's
year
talking to
between
the others now. Trust
Lee
me,
and
shit's about
Arthur
to fall.
Morgan.
He's gonna need our help.
I think the next crossover
get
episode,
on
if
the
I do
move.
another one, is going to be
He's
Clementine
waiting for
and
us. There's
Ellie.
no more time to lose.
What can I do? They already kicked me out once.
They don't want.
Use
They
your
don't want anything
words.
to do with me.
And if that fails, use a gun.
But I think it'd be interesting to see Clementine and
They'll be
Ellie
safe
from The
here,
Last of
don't
Us
worry.
have them swap places. That would be kind of interesting, I think.
I'll come back for you. Both of you.
You better.
I don't like your tone, David. If this is about your brother...
Don't pretend
All
like
right,
you
we're going to
don't
be
know
as
what this
nice
is
as we
about.
can possibly be
You've
to
got a
Joan
lot
here.
to answer for.
Me? You must be joking.
Javi!
Kenny and
Hey,
Joel would be
Gabe.
another good one, too,
Safe.
actually.
I knew I could count on you, brother. We're gonna fix this. Together.
Wouldn't miss it. Now let's see some fireworks. What's
Use
going
your-
on here?
Use your impeccable
We're
wrist
just getting
skills.
started.
You smuggled your brother into Richmond despite what we agreed. Clearly, you have no respect
I mean, there wasn't much
for
smuggling
any of us.
involved. It was just we snuck in.
This is serious, David. You know we can't let this go.
It's over, Joan. You can stop your posturing.
Posturing? What's this all
What
about?
happens? We're going to find out what happens
She's been
if we
ordering
agree
raids
with
on
Joan.
peaceful communities.
This should be
sending your
fun.
men to murder and loot.
Raiding? Joan, is it...
I low-key think Ellie would have a hard time in The Walking Dead if she's dealing with the same cast as in canon. She'd piss off way too many people. That's why it would be interesting to see the crossover. Prefer Clementine as a character, though. But have you played The Last of Us, or do you know? What do you know about Ellie? That's the thing is, that's where these things can be a little bit fun, because even if, like, I like them both. I think they both have their perks. They're both really fun to kind of like see how they evolve and change over time. It would be, I think it would be fun to see how they would swap, how that would work between the two of them. You know, Kenny and Joel would be a little bit more difficult because Joel is a very complicated character who's been through a lot of shit and doesn't know how to deal with his emotions, which Kenny doesn't either, but Kenny does manage to work through everything he went through, losing Duck and Gotcha. And he has a hard time doing it, but he does get there. Joel doesn't really work through losing his daughter until like way later, like 20 plus years into the apocalypse.
It's true.
Ellie wouldn't put up with Gabe's
Do I
crap.
really need to answer that?
I think
that's a serious charge.
Gabe and Sam have a lot in common. I think that Ellie and Sam getting along shows that Ellie and Gabe would get along pretty good.
Well, Max, what do you have to say?
We had a deal, Max. Your life for the truth.
I didn't forget.
Meanwhile,
Then what are you
Violet and
waiting
Ellie,
for?
they would get along just fine. That would be hilarious.
Me, Badger, and Lonnie, we ran the ops.
For all economy.
Jones' orders.
God damn it, Max.
Yeah,
I
that
wash my hands
today's
of this,
been a crazy day in the world. I've been going through some shit. My daughter's in Korea right now, so it's always a concern when
real
shit starts hitting
question
the
is, how
fan
could I
worldwide.
not? What would happen to us without your fertilizer, Clint? Or your pills, Paul?
All right, here we
Do you think
go.
our community would survive?
We're gonna hard line with Joan.
I did what I had to ensure that we would.
So you survived. But at what cost? Do you even know how much suffering you've caused?
I've no doubt it's less than I've prevented. All of you remember
Joan
the
is very
winter,
utilitarian.
how much we lost. Friends,
Yeah, she's not in Bahrain or UAE, but that doesn't mean she won't be.
lovers.
Anybody in the military can be
Children.
deployed anywhere at any time. So
I made a promise I would never let that happen again. The raids were just to keep us going till Richmond reached sustainability. We're so close to our dream. Do we really want to risk it all by fighting amongst ourselves?
she makes a convincing case.
We should
She's
all
still
be
wrong.
on the same side of this, David. On Richmond's
Here we go.
side.
I know I'd do anything to keep my own people safe. Like they say, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Listen
Siding
to your
with her.
brother, David. It makes sense.
Oh my god, and
Are
it's
you
still going to
fucking
turn out
kidding
the wrong way.
We lost Mariana to those raids. How many others lost their kids too?
Violet and Deli is a power couple. Yes,
I'm
that would
sorry,
be.
David.
They would be like
It breaks my
so
heart
good
about your
together.
child. It's something I'm going to have to live with.
Oh my god, Joan. Sometimes people die.
them.
That's just the way it works.
What the
Look,
hell?
I was
them
siding
in a
with you,
cell until
Joan.
I can
You're
figure out
still
what to
going to
do with
throw me in a cell.
Fucking touch me. That's an order!
They don't take orders from you anymore, David. You're done here.
Think of the children. She is thinking of the children. She doesn't like the children. She's like, I'm just going to have to live with that.
Before the group.
We can leave. Please, just let us.
Paul, come on!
I'm sorry.
Lingard's like, I'm too high for this shit.
This is not over, Joan.
I can't even think about Joan right now. Yeah, the whole thing makes no sense at all. Like, either Joan was doing it all behind their backs, and they wouldn't have been okay with that, or they're cool with people getting killed as long as they get what they need and they just want it to go away. They just want to pretend like it isn't happening, which happens a lot. All right, so we were in the minority to keep Mariana's murder to ourselves. Most people tell on Badger and Max. I usually do, but I thought it'd be interesting to, Angel Javi's going to go along with David, right? We didn't risk using... Very few people don't risk using the medicine. That's interesting because I want to know how many people know that the medicine doesn't make a difference. Let someone else kill Badger. You and 5.3%. You know why it's 5.3%? Because the only other person you can let kill Badger is Conrad, and people usually kill Conrad. That's kind of an interesting number there. Took 3 people dying for him to say something. Yeah. Max's fate. Most people bring Max back, which makes sense. Stuck to David's plan. We're in the majority on a couple of these things. That is interesting. All right, let me swap some things over here real quick. I'm going to spend a couple of minutes here just kind of chatting. What I'm saying over here. New Frontier brushes a lot of stuff under the rug. Yeah, they do. And that's the thing. And I'm going to bring this up in Jones for Info episode because in reality, this kind of stuff happens in the real world all the time. The leaders, the people in charge, will do the things that nobody wants to have. Like, most people would object to Joan raiding other settlements, killing people, stealing other settlements' supplies. But they would be okay with it if they didn't know about it. If it's behind the scenes, if it's something that even if they are told about it, they might deny it. They might pretend like it's not real. Even if there's evidence in their face, they might say, well, I get my food and everything and medicine, and I'm glad for that stuff, so I'm going to pretend like this isn't going on. So I wish that Telltale would have done a better job of digging into that when they get to that point, because there's really good conversation to be had there to try to talk it out and convince the people and see, because the community as a whole wouldn't support other communities being raided, but at the same time, they'll overlook it if they're getting theirs. And she makes a good enough case that's convincing enough that all she has to do is convince enough people to go along with it. Hey, we need the fertilizer, Clint. We need the medicine, Lingard. Yeah, we're doing some bad things to get it, but we need it, and we can grow bigger and stronger, and then we can go help people. That's the argument she's using. And there's merit to that argument, but it's still wrong. And it's important to understand why it's wrong. It's important to understand and have that conversation, because it happens all the time in the real world. People go along with things that they'll ignore things that are bad because it doesn't hurt them directly, and it even benefits them directly. And it's really easy for a lot of people to overlook things that benefit them, even if it's technically wrong or hurts other people. It was kind of rushed. There was no real convincing. It was just, yeah, pretty much. There was no conversation to be had. There was just the quick little thing there. And then when we get to the actual, the gallows in the next episode, that gets even more confusing and crazy because there's no conversation. Clint at the end is like, hey, we aren't killers, after she's already killed Trip or Ava. I'm shipping Trip and Ava as a couple now. That would have been interesting. But like, yeah, she's just like, he lets that happen. And he's like, yeah, but we're not really killers, even though like we've been raiding settlements, and people just kind of go along with it. Telltale writers don't seem to understand that you, the player, also have feelings and opinions about the characters in the story. Yeah, they build some great characters and they have some interesting backstories and they have some good connections. You know, people are emotionally invested in the characters. I see that with the Friend or Foe series. People are very emotionally invested with the characters. The characters that people love, they really love, and the ones they hate, they really hate. And when you have built that emotional connection as a writer with players or viewers or readers and characters, it is, you have to deliver on that properly. But a lot of times they don't. You know, they give, and I'm assuming Conrad's going to have a better redemption arc at some point. He's already kind of apologized half-heartedly. And I think they give him more later. I don't know. But like, there should be a full arc for these characters. You know, there should be more explaining, more going on. With Eleanor, it would be so big if Eleanor at the end, in the last little scene after everything's all said and done, if she came to Javi and said, hey, I'm really sorry for what happened with Tripp or Ava or whatever. I didn't know she was going to do that. And if I had known that, I wouldn't have done this. You know, I think if she had that, that would have gone so far in her character arc. With Joan, there's a whole conversation about utilitarianism to be had there. They could get so in depth with that, and it would be so interesting because she does have a point. But if we could just make the argument that, like, no, I'm not okay with harming other people to benefit ourselves. You know, the idea of utilitarianism is something like the trolley problem, where you have to choose which route to go down. And do you want to let the trolley run over or 5 people, or do you switch the track and run over one person? She is bastardizing utilitarianism, and I wish we could have that discussion with her. I don't think Joan's death at the gallows should have been in front of everyone. Joan didn't die at the gallows in front of. I was just going back through the footage when I was working on the Eleanor video, and Joan, she gets chased off. She doesn't have an on-screen death. Joan just dies off screen somewhere. We assume that David killed her, but we don't really see that. I hit this one guy with a bottle and I'm the scum of the earth. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Telltale. And then it doesn't even matter later. Literally, most of the situations could have turned out better if they communicated better. That is the thing. It's like arguing about wanting a Baja Blast at a vegan Taco Bell. If they had communication, that is like the number one trope in all media, in all movies, games, books, television shows. Not communicating properly is like the number one driver of 90% of conflicts. And it sucks, because if we would teach people to communicate better, you can still have a story even with good communication. You can still have bad guys like Joan, even with talking things through. We could have found out at that moment when we confronted Joan, we could have had Clint and Lingard be like, yeah, we knew about this and we were fine with it. We didn't tell David because we knew he wouldn't go along. You know, that could have been a thing. And the communication's still there, and there's a reason for the argument, but they would rather have a miscommunication between Eleanor and Tripp and Javier and Conrad, and they would and Joan not talking to be like, it's just a mess. Moral of all this: not everyone gets a redemption arc or lecture. Some people just get shut down. Yeah, that's true. But we can insinuate certain things, and we can empathize, and we can take the time as individuals to understand the reasoning behind things and focus more on intent and stop just throwing people under the bus because we don't like one thing they did. That's really the big thing. Remember Javi shooting her in the head? There is an option to shoot Joan. I don't know if that actually does. I don't know if he actually shoots her in the head. I remember there being an option to either shoot Joan or take the deal. And I always take the deal because I'm trying to do the best thing for everybody. That is the best option, to get the hell out of Dodge. Let them figure their shit out and get out. And then David takes over everything and causes all kinds of chaos. But maybe shooting Joan maybe that does happen. I've just never done that. Then Clint runs away. Ah, okay. Joan claims she's the only one doing raids. She's only doing raids until Richmond reaches sustainability. Yeah, she says that she is, but unfortunately for a lot of situations, when you get to that point, a lot of people will continue to justify it. They'll continue to say, yeah, we just need a little bit more. Just one more winter. We got to really make sure we're supplied, because who knows, if something goes bad, we might have problems. There's a cat. My cat's around here. Where'd he go? What are you doing down there? Huh? Come here, you. So you've heard about the lizard and seen the lizard. Here's the cat. He was over here meowing at my wife. You want to talk to everybody? No, I'm just happy to be held. All right, there you go. Well, you were supposed to jump down. What are you doing? You can't sit on my lap. I have created a monster. He tries to be a good boy. He usually says, I've got a tower over here for him that he sits on and looks out the window. He'll yell at me. He'll get mad because I don't open the blinds for him in the morning, or I'll feed the I'll feed the bearded dragon and haven't fed him yet, and so he'll wait and be mad at me because I haven't fed him yet. It's insane. At that point, you need to start making medicine and fertilizer instead. Yeah, that's the thing, is you have to eventually start doing that stuff on your own. But I think with that, we should call it a night. It has been fun. We have episode 4 next week, and then episode 5 the week after. And then we're starting season 4, which only has 4 episodes. And then the Michonne series, which I'm still on the fence about. I might wind up just doing a long stream for that one and just knocking the whole thing out in one stream. And then after that, I don't know. I'm thinking about doing Wolf Among Us after that. I don't know yet. Maybe I'll let you guys decide between like Wolf Among Us, Batman. I don't know what else would make for a good streaming game that's chapter based, or I don't know how we would do that yet, but don't forget Bendy Dark Revival. Yeah, if you can remember to comment that, I'll try to remember to add it here after I get done, but in case I forget, if you comment it, I'll add it to my list. Do you think Javi is the leader of Richmond? It makes sense that he is. They don't expand on it after that. Like, it makes sense that Javi would stay there and help to rebuild the city. I would have loved to have some kind of reference to that, but that's like 6 years after. Like, we're 4 years into the apocalypse at this point. And then season 4 is like 10 years in. So we've got a big chunk of time that's happened there. Among Us. Wild Among Us would be a good watch. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, kind of tuxedoed. He's more like a cow cat. A black and white cow. I know. You want more food or something, probably. Who knows? All right. But with that, I want to thank you all for hanging out. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, and we will be back next Saturday, same time, same place, moving on to the next episode. So everybody